Me mateys, we are back, and tonight we are starting our
Pirate Month.
We've already kind of started Pirate Month. We've been dropping reactions for One Piece, but this will be our first review of Pirate Month. And tonight, can you fix your hat? Tonight we are watching Pirates of the Caribbean 4 on Stranger Tides.
The most funniest pirate movie ever that I have watched.
You haven't watched it yet. You started watching it last year, but you fell asleep. So
I'm sorry.
hopefully you won't fall asleep through this one this time, and you can see it in its entirety.
I am sorry. Kids need to sleep.
Well, whatever. Anyways, so Cora, what do you remember of the first 3 pirate movies?
I don't know, it's been a while since I've seen any of them.
Well, where did we last leave with Jack?
Was that a ship?
Yep, without his ship. Barbossa took his ship. And Jack had a little, boat. And he had the part of the map that was going to lead him to the Fountain of Youth. So he'll be forever young. And that's basically where we left him. And Gibbs is off doing his own thing now, and I guess we'll find out. Alright, so with that said, let's go ahead and board this pirate ship. And since we were given an invitation by Captain Jack Sparrow to join his crew, and we will see you afterwards.
Bye.
Hello, boys and girls. Whatever. My name is Captain Jack Sparrow. I take it some of you have heard of me. As you may well know, there are times, almost constantly in fact, where I prefer to look at the world through the bottom of a glass. Rum. Something like this. You may have also heard whisperings and rumors that Jack Sparrow be recruiting a crew to undertake a voyage to the Fountain of Youth. Not true. Of course not. But even if it weren't not true, you wouldn't be interested in joining me, would you? Eh? Death lies before us as we sail to the Fountain of Youth. You could guide an expedition. You are Jack Sparrow. There should be a captain in there somewhere. I hear a rumor. Jack Sparrow's in London, hell-bent to find the Fountain of Youth. Don't be a fool, Jackie. The fountain will test you. Was that really necessary? Gentlemen, the fountain is the prize. Mermaid waters, that will be our path. Steady as she goes. What's your play, Jack? I thought I should give you warning we're taking the ship. It's nothing personal. You might be better off, you just... Stay out of it. There'll be dangers along the way. Firstly, mermaids. Zombies. Blackbeard. The pirate all pirates fear. If I do not make it to the fountain, neither will you. Is that all? I think so. It has begun again! Are we not king's men?
How is it we can never meet without you pointing something at me?
There's the Jack I know. Whatever I You know that feeling you get when you're standing in a high place and sudden urge to jump? I don't have it. But everyone see that because I will not be doing it again.
Alright, so we just finished Pirates of the Caribbean on Stranger Tides, also known as Pirates of the Caribbean 4. So, Cora, what'd you think of this movie overall? Did you like it?
It was pretty good, Dad. I would have no idea to explain it, but I have to anyways.
Alright, well, tell us what happens in this movie. Put your hat on. And sit still. So what happens in this movie?
So Jack is still in the town
In England.
in England, and one of his shipmates, I believe the first one,
Gibbs.
yeah, Gibbs, is put in court saying that he is Jack Sparrow, even though he is not.
Well, everybody's
And,
accusing him of being Jack, but he's not.
Yeah, I mean, like, he's on Jack's crew, but he's not officially the Jack Sparrow.
Yes. Can you stop playing with the sword like that, or I'm going to take it away?
No.
Then stop. Just put it down at your side. Come on, what's this movie about? So, then what happens?
Then he goes ahead and I guess takes and kidnaps the one who's supposed to judge, and he puts it on and acts like him, and he says,
Okay, stop before you break my sword. Or your costume.
and says, he's not guilty, or he deserves to be in prison out of England,
Okay.
or something like that. And Jack and Gibbsy think that it was a short ride because they go ahead and took a
Carriage.
carriage, and if I believe Jack said he paid money. And well, it looks like Jack and Jack's enemies also paid that dude.
Okay, you're going into way too much detail. Just say Jack gets caught.
And also Gibbsy, so, but if you
Gibbs.
want to do
It's
your
just
way,
Gibbs.
you do it.
You do it. Gibbs and Jack get caught. What do they do with Jack?
Go ahead and goes ahead and takes him to the king.
There you go. Does Jack meet any familiar faces when he sees the king?
His enemy from the first one, I think, or second.
Well, technically, he was in the first one and not in the second one, but he was in the third one. Barbossa?
Yeah, Barbossa.
But Barbossa's looking kind of different. What's different about Barbossa?
Don't say kind of, because he's very different. He's literally a camper. He's very old.
Yeah, but I'm talking about physically. What's physically different about Barbossa?
Oh, yes. Oh, he has a pig leg now.
Yeah. So he's a one-legged man.
The one-legged man that can defeat
Anyways, continue on. So they employ Jack, but Jack escapes, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then what happens? Please stop doing that with my sword. So he escapes, and what happens?
Jack goes ahead and get caught. Well, not get caught, but goes ahead and meets the fake version, but first he gets saved by his dad, I guess.
His dad?
Yeah, at the bill area. And he goes ahead going into a room that just only employees are allowed. And
He gets into a fight with the fake Jack Sparrow that's supposedly hiring a crew, but he says he's been saying that he wasn't there to hire a crew, but he is there to look for a ship. So continue on.
And Jack finds out that that fake version is a car.
The girl he used to date. And then he gets captured, and what ship does he wind up on? Do you remember the name of the ship?
Not the Black Pearl, because that one's sunken.
No, it wasn't sunken, but it was lost.
Sunken and lost?
It's not the same thing. He's on the Queen Anne's Revenge. And who, pray tell, is the captain of the Queen Anne's Revenge?
Captain Blackbeard.
Yep. And there I were, finding myself in a bewilderment when I hear a row on deck. Fix your hood.
It's not a hood.
Bandana, whatever. Sit up. So anyways, what is everybody looking for in this movie?
Some sort of fountain that can bring a life.
The Fountain of Youth?
Fountain of Youth.
And what do they need for this Fountain of Youth?
2 ancient cups and a mermaid's tail.
Do they get a mermaid?
Yep, and they get its tail.
And do they get the cups?
Technically Jack did, but
Well, if they get them.
But they did get the cups.
Okay.
They go ahead, and yes, they do get 2 Fountain for use. But also, other 2 ships that are battling each other. A little black-headed crew of
Spaniards.
And
The English.
And the English.
So it's a race to the Fountain of Youth, right?
Yep. It might get broken, but it says a level version of it that can only go on for a limited amount of time, I think.
And this fake Jack Sparrow turned out to be a girl. Her name was Angelica, right?
Yes.
And what is her connection to Blackbeard?
They're the family.
That's his daughter.
That's its daughter, and that's what I meant.
Oh, you gotta say it. But anyway, so alright. I guess that's gonna wrap up this part of the review. As we said, it was a race to the Fountain of Youth, and they have to pick up some items along the way, which they get. They get to the fountain, and all hell breaks loose. And ultimately, Jack Sparrow ends up winning the day, kind of. So, we're going to go ahead and move on to our ad. And then after our ad, we are going to give our final scores. We'll see you in a little bit.
Bye.
Looking for something to pass the time? Need something good to read or listen to?
To get you ready for Halloween.
Do you like famous slashers like Jason, Freddy, Michael, or Ghostface? Do you wish there was something new and original that you could read on your phone or tablet? Or perhaps you like to grab a scary book and read by candlelight?
Check out these short stories, written by Sean Connaughton. When a mildly abusive man mistreats his bride-to-be on Halloween night, his neighbors decide to teach him a lesson. A lesson he won't soon forget when he finds himself in the witch's hole. And narrated by me, Tara Klein.
A Seattle detective, Scott Grimes, investigates a string of odd murders. But where this case ultimately leads him, he could never have predicted when he crosses paths with the legal murderer. And narrated by me, Brad Letson.
Join the Dunn family as they make their way to a vacation home for a weekend trip. However, when the sun goes down, things seem to get just as dark inside as outside. Stay with the Dunns and see if you can make it through the mansion. Audiobook narrated by Dylan Poor.
This story follows Sir Godwin as he and a small group transport a lovely princess out of a soon-to-be war zone, and as they travel, they must pass through some woods. However, things grow darker and more sinister the deeper into the woods they go, and they find what some believe to only be known as the Legend of Fort Blood. Narrated for you by Angela Strauman.
So, turn out the lights, light a candle, grab your phone or tablet, and download your ebook or audiobook now.
Currently available all year round on Audible, Amazon, and iTunes.
So don't miss out and grab your copy today.
For thousands of years, the world has been protected by the Guardian of Light, or as he is more commonly known, Santa Claus. Over the centuries, factors such as fear and prejudice, greed and jealousy, misunderstandings, betrayal and war have segregated most humans from the magical world of elves, fairies, wizards, and the like. This has resulted in many misconceptions and generalizations of the true nature of Santa and his world.
This 6-book series by Sean Connaughton begins as the current of a long series of guardians is murdered by a group of monstrous enemies recently escaped from an enchanted South Pole prison. These creatures are loyal to the darkness, an evil force determined to exterminate the light in order to enslave all creatures of the world.
Shane Connor, an average young man, suddenly finds himself being trained as the new guardian. As he adapts to his new life among fantastic creatures, he goes on an adventurous quest with a legendary wizard for the ultimate weapon to use against the darkness, and faces murderous enemies like Rasputin, Morgana Le Fay, Krampus, and many more.
Along with his best friend, Joe Gomez, Shane encounters politics, history, mysterious murders, new loves, his own hidden past, and racial dynamics among the fantasy races that turn out to be all too real. Their adventures reveal the true nature of the world and challenge the current state of how all races interact.
This series expertly melds myths, legends, history, faiths, folklore, and secret societies into a fascinating, cohesive, comprehensive world of wonder and magic.
From Atlantis to Olympus, from Hades to the moon, and from broomstick races to Christmas deadlines, join the new Santa Claus on his amazing journey. But beware, will Shane's quest achieve his ultimate goal of destroying the darkness and preserving the light of the world? Or is he actually playing right into a plot by dark forces that will result in his, and our, ultimate doom?
So make your list and check it twice for the Guardian of Light book series. Download your audiobook or ebook today from Audible, Amazon, or iTunes.
Alright, Cora, on a scale of 1 to 10, what would you give Pirates of the Caribbean on Stranger Tides?
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10?
Yeah, it was so great, but I have no idea how to say it, so...
Well, it seemed like some of this was like going above your head, like you didn't understand some of it. Sit up.
It's your turn.
Who's your favorite character?
Jack Sparrow!
still.
Yes, he's the.
Did you have any other favorite characters? Stop.
The mermaid.
You really liked the mermaid? Even though the mermaid was gonna kill people?
It was a nice mermaid.
Yeah. Did you have any favorite scenes? Like, your favorite scene of all the movie?
I am not sure.
I thought you would say maybe the explosive lighthouse, or
Yeah.
maybe when Jack was told to jump off the cliff.
Wait, what part that I laughed or giggled a little bit?
I don't know.
I literally laughed or giggled a little bit.
I thought maybe the scene with the king where he weasels his way to break free and escape.
I know, but that kid's fat.
So?
I'm just saying!
So what was your favorite scene then?
I'm not sure, but I forgot which part, but whatever part I laughed at, and
Well, in your mind, what part do you remember the most from that movie?
probably the part where I saw like the tower from Sea of Thieves from the Dead Man Tell No Tales adventure from Sea of Thieves.
Yeah.
I remember that town and like did they go ahead and enter the portal and go for all the
No.
stuff?
Alright. Well, moving on to my score then. On a scale of 1 to 10, I give Pirates of the Caribbean on Stranger Tides probably an 8 out of 10. It's a really good movie. I really do enjoy it. With the end credit scene though, we were kind of promised like more to do with this Angelica character, and it would have been nice to see her return, but unfortunately we never do. So the next one has just some of the main cast members, but nothing that really continues on from this. So, alright, this is our first review for Pirate Month. We hope you are enjoying our Pirate Month so far. If you have an idea for future pirate movies or things you'd like us to see or review, please let us know down in the comments below. And, yeah, we will probably do the last Pirates of the Caribbean before the month is out. So towards the end of the month we'll do that one. But we're going to move on to other pirate movies now. And yeah, we'll see you in the next review.
Bye.